Coping with stress, tips and tricks for succeeding. My name is Steph Bennett. I'm a learning development tutor and a mental health first aider in the Hub. Today's aims: to develop an understanding of the causes of stress and coping mechanisms while studying at university. We'll do a little bit of a focus on revision, exams and prep for assignments today. We'll look at study and exam stress, balancing your time, academic support and coping with stress. Let's get talking. Well, as we're online, let's get thinking. What in particular about your transition to university has felt stressful? What are your concerns for the year ahead and why? Take 3 minutes, pause the video, have a bit of reflection time and jot down your ideas. Studying in higher education takes a little bit of time to adjust to. If you have assignments, they will require you to balance your time, to read academically, to look back over your lecture notes, to plan assignments, to write in a formal and academic style, to proofread and edit and work to a deadline. And those of you studying for exams, they also require you to balance your time, to read academically, to look back over your notes because that will help you to actively revise and self-test. You need to plan ahead. You need to write in a formal and academic style, and again, you're going to be working to a deadline. And these things do not come naturally to everyone, so please do not panic. They will improve with time and practice. Let's look then at balancing your time effectively. Let's get thinking again. Pause the video for 4 minutes and have a think about these questions here and jot down your ideas. What current commitments do I have? What time would I like to start and finish each day? When is my peak time to study? How much time do I need to study for my upcoming exams or assignments? How many topics do I need to study? And which topics will require the most time? Once you've got your answers, can you start to build a schedule using the weekly planner, which I'll flash on the screen now? And here is an example of a weekly planner. Something along these lines will help you to balance work time and play time effectively. Does it have to be as complicated and nuanced as this? No, absolutely not. I use a simple wall calendar and I pop down a few things that I need to do each day, and anything more nuanced I place into my phone calendar with an alarm on. So that brings me to some other things you could try. Why not head to your email account and to your Outlook calendar and pop in some reminders there? Get a hard copy calendar for the wall. Use your phone calendar and your phone reminders. Use post-it note reminders on the wall or on your fridge. Maybe pick up a diary. Anything that gets you into that rhythm and helps you to work a little bit more productively. Being efficient. Now this kind of branches off from having a calendar and balancing your time. Time boxing. This is a time management technique and it's great for revision, so I highly recommend it for your studies. It breaks time down into different sections and it considers the activities you'll undertake and the breaks you'll take. So here is an example if you were maybe revising for an upcoming exam, or maybe revising for kind of like an upcoming assignment that you're doing. Organise the information that you're looking at. Get it into some kind of logical order. Take 20 minutes. Why not reorganise that information then into an even more logical order? For example, you might want to cluster information, chunk information together. Take 20 minutes to do so. Take a break for 20 minutes, grab a snack, grab a drink. Then dive into your active revision. So that isn't just reading, it isn't just highlighting, but it's memorization. It's different types of revision activities, of which we have many available on our Learning Development Blackboard for you to draw on. I'll just flash that on the screen now to show you. After your active revision, you might want to take another break for 20 minutes, grab a snack, grab a drink, and then come back to the information that you've looked at and revised to review it. This is to ensure it is solidified and embedded in your long-term memory, and take 20 minutes to do so. You don't have to just use time boxing for revision. You can use it for absolutely anything. It's just about breaking down your day into manageable chunks so you feel more productive. Let's have a look at the Pomodoro technique. Again, a similar technique to time boxing. It can be used for any type of task, but really great for revision, looking back over lecture notes, maybe planning for assignments. Start by picking a task. Set the timer for 25 minutes. You might not have a Pomodoro timer, you might just use your timer on your phone. Work right the way until the time is up. Take a 5-minute break, snack, drink, and then every 4 Pomodoros, as in every 4 25 minutes, take a longer break, 15 to 30 minutes. It's almost like you're building up your stamina for revision or for undertaking tasks. Academic support. What support is available to me? On the Learning Development Blackboard, you will find step-by-step guides and videos on academic reading, academic writing, APA 7th referencing, presentations, blogs, posters. There's pretty much anything and everything on there for you. And if you find that something is missing, just drop us an email and let us know and we can add it in for you. On the Learning Development YouTube channel, which I highly recommend that you subscribe to, video workshops. Basically, a blend of all of those step-by-step guides from the Learning Development Blackboard have been amalgamated into little workshops and lectures for you to watch, and they are time-stamped as well. So there are tasks on there for you to undertake, much like this video you're watching here. You can also book one-to-one appointments through the hub. If you need support with writing CVs, interview prep, application prep, building a LinkedIn, why not head to Career Readiness? If you need help locating literature, book in with the library services. If you need support for academic reading, academic writing and referencing, book in with Learning Development. If you need support for your well-being, head to Student Advice and Wellbeing. If you want to get involved in our local university projects, our community, why not get in touch with Student Engagement? And finally, if you need support with digital pedagogies, the application of digital elements in your assignments, head to Digital Learning. Now let's look at coping with stress and some tips and tricks. Let's get thinking again. List as many ways to cope with or ease stress during your academic studies. Pause the video for 3 minutes and jot down your ideas. Be mindful. Being mindful is about being present in the moment. Mindfulness keeps you focused in moments of anxiety and stress. It helps calm the mind. It eases your breathing. You could try the following exercise. Close your eyes. Breathe in, 2, 3. Hold, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Now count backwards from 20 in your mind's eye. Now take some time to complete the mindful written task that I'll flash up on the screen for you just now. This is all about being present. For this exercise, you need to use all of your senses and write down what is around you. List 5 things you can see. List 4 things you can touch. List 3 things you can hear. List 2 things you can smell. And list 1 thing you can taste. Pause the video. Visualize. Visualization exercises are a great way to have an experience before an experience. They help you prepare for the future and encourage your aspirations. and we're going to do a task based on that. So let's begin. Close your eyes. Breathe in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, breathe out, 2, 3. Now count backwards from 20 in your mind's eye. And it's time to complete the visualization task that I'll flash up on the screen now. This is called Aims and Aspirations. This exercise will help you to define and describe your goals for the future, ensuring they are measurable and achievable. Take another moment to close your eyes, and when you open them, imagine you are 3 years from now. Visualize where you are. Where is your location? What does it look like? Does it have a smell? What does it sound like? What surrounds you in the space? And on the walls, is there a view? Who are your friends? Who have you met along the way? Who supports you? Why are these people special to you? What are you studying? Where are you studying? What are you learning? What skills have you mastered? What are you excited to learn? What do you feel like? How do your achievements make you feel? How does making new friends feel? What is positively impacting your life? What are you looking forward to in the future? How will you be spending your spare time? What activities do you do? What are your hobbies and passions? And who are you as a person? Who are you as a learner? And what are your dreams for the future? Take some time to really reflect on those questions. Okay, now let's try something called worst case scenario. It's perfectly normal to think about the outcome of situations we face. Sometimes this can motivate us towards our goals, but sometimes it can make us feel anxious and demotivated. So let's play worst case scenario. Again, close your eyes. Breathe in, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, breathe out, 2, 3, and count backwards from 20 in your mind's eye. As you're doing so, it's time to complete the worst case scenario task, which I'll flash on the screen now. And here is worst case scenario. If you've not seen it before, this task comes from a TV show called This Is Us. What current situation are you facing? Jot down the answer. Now let's think about what are the worst possible outcomes of this situation. Jot them down. Now let's start to think a little bit more logically. What proof do you have that the worst can happen? Jot down your ideas. Now think about what are the costs of thinking this way. Jot down your ideas. What are the benefits of thinking this way? Jot down your ideas. This task is really great because it helps you to prepare mentally. It helps to reduce fear and build resilience. It sharpens decision making by exposing hidden risks and prompting backup plans. Most importantly, you gain clarity on what truly matters, and you often realise the worst isn't that bad. It's not about pessimism, it's about strategic realism. Now let's look at some other tips and tricks for well-being. We have the Wellbeing Toolkit. You've just seen 3 exercises from there, but there are many, many more. Head to Blackboard, type Wellbeing Toolkit into the search bar, and it will pop up for you. Yoga Nidra guided meditations, try one of those on YouTube. They are kind of like sleep meditations. ASMR, that might be something that floats your boat. It's definitely something that works for me to calm me down in the evening. Hypnosis meditations. There's a really great practitioner called Matthew Seeley who you can watch on YouTube. Isochronic tones, binaural beats and concentration music. Really great for if you're diving into a task. Calm. Why not try the app? Headspace, another app to try. Why not try mindful colouring? There are options available on the Wellbeing Toolkit, but there are also options in the hub. You can pop into one of our library spaces and there are mindful colouring exercises placed on the tables. Get active. Why not try MyFitnessPal or Steps app, which I use daily? You might want to try geocaching or even a video called Walk a Mile a Day on YouTube. In March, head to Wellbeing Wednesdays. I run weekly meditations upstairs in the Students' Union, and we also run lots of activities downstairs, including decorating cookies and Lego building and Play-Doh and pom-pom making. Don't forget your self-care routines. I don't know if you've tried it or not. It might work for you, it might not, but you could try Reiki. Sound healing. This is something that I run as part of Wellbeing Wednesdays if you want to come and have a taste. I bring in all of my sound bowls. Why not try singing for wellbeing? We have a choir here at Lincoln Bishop. And don't forget, dotted around the university are mental health first aiders. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop me an email at stephanie.bennett@lincolnbishop.ac.uk. Thanks for being with me today.